Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Fortress of Hammerstroke here in Dwarf Fortress. So just to get you guys caught up on what I've been doing off camera, we are now in the early spring of the year 107. This will be our 7th year after embarking here in Hammerstroke. Um, excuse me. We've got a little section of the road complete, leading here to our trade post from the main entrance. I'm having them work on this section as well, as long as I thought I would have a section built up through here for the traders entrance as well. And as you can see, we have a elven caravan moving in here. I've just been trying to straighten the place up a little bit. I put a pedestal with an item in each of our taverns. And also I'm starting to get this area smoothed out. We've got this small shrine smoothed out most of the way, and they're also working on the trade post area as well. As far as our military goes, I've grabbed our militia squads and set them to train 2 months instead of 1. I think that 1 month just wasn't long enough. They weren't really getting a whole lot done, so I've made that change. If we jump down here to our farm area, where we have our second small little barracks, I've added another one up here. Since our militia squads are going to be training 2 months out of the year instead of 1, I now have 6 squads assigned to this barracks, and then we'll start filling up this one. I only have 1 there for now. I also went ahead and added a small archery range down here for our ranger squad that is available here. And they are I believe they're training actually just a standard staggered training, so they do 3 months on, 3 months off, to try and get their skills up as well. Also, as you can see, I've been trying to get some more iron and steel armor going, so these guys right here actually do have the steel armor, so we should be good with that. Excuse me. I still cannot seem to get rid of this cough. Also, let's see, we added a couple more bedrooms down on this layer and continued to get them finished off. So I think those 2 are the only ones that aren't quite ready to go on this level. And I'm also having them work on making more coffers and chests, or cabinets and chests, to finish off these bedrooms. They're doing pretty good on smoothing them. They've completely smoothed the side of the level, and they're starting to work on this side as well, which you can see they've gotten a few of them finished off. Let's see, if we come back down here to our farm, we've just about finished, they have finished the walls on this section. So this area here is completely walled in, and we'll have to start working on this area as well, which it looks like we'll have to do this level and then just this little section here, and that will be all for those. So that won't take too terribly long. This side will take a little bit longer as there's more levels that we have to build up. Also, if we come up here to our little area that we have underneath the drawbridge, I've made a small just walkway over here in order to kind of secure this a little bit better. I haven't started any of the fortifications or anything for that, but that's just gonna give a little bit more protection. I don't actually really intend on using this as a defense, for the most part. It's just really for the store to be able to lure them in to all of our siege weapons here. I still have them training here, doing the practice fire, and some of our dwarves have actually leveled up. Yeah, so you're now a professional siege operator. I believe she was just a novice or adequate or something like that. So that's good. They're actually getting their skills up now. I think that's about everything for the construction wise. I do want to go ahead and, while I'm remembering, and have them keep working on this, getting this carved out. So we'll just do like so. Get a couple rows in, and they'll hop right on that. Excuse me. And oh, also, we have another uninvited guest. We have Sloopy the Forgotten Beast, that just arrived. An enormous blob composed of salt. It has a square shell, and it squirms and fidgets. It is very weak. It is very quick to tire and very weak. So, let's grab our squad here. I believe they're the ones that are training, and we're gonna have them go ahead and position down here, so that this forgotten beast, we can deal with it. I did have some other ones come, but they were all on the second cavern layer and were unable to reach our fortress, so they, I think they eventually just left, or I lost track of them. So let's go ahead and check real quick and see if there's anything that we would like to trade with the elves here. We do have quite a lot of books now, so that's nice. None of them are very valuable, but that's okay. I think most of our valuable stuff is going to be in the bins, but I always just like to check just in case there's something that's very valuable that we can sell, that we don't have to carry a whole bin up for. Some of these goblets are worth quite a bit. That's pretty nice. Oh, that one's worth 1,000. I might grab that one. If we had a couple more like that, I probably wouldn't even need a bin. I usually don't get a whole lot from the elves, unfortunately. So, honestly, I might just grab a couple of these gold goblets. Maybe all the ones that are 400. And send those up. Perfect. Alright, now let's go ahead and come down here, and now that they're going to bring stuff up, we'll keep an eye on this forgotten beast here, and hopefully our soldiers will head down to the farm level and be able to intercept this guy. Doesn't seem like he's in too big of a hurry. I guess we could see if he has any notable kills. Nope, no notable kills. Okay. Just checking some of our notifications here. Oh, I need to make some more ballista bolts. So let's go ahead and tell them to make copper ballista arrowheads. Yep. And whoops. Let's just tell them to make. Let's just do 40. be able to assemble them once they get started on it. Let them get a head start. Real quick, let's just check and make sure we do have the bars to be able to do that. Yeah, we have 145 bars, so we should be good. Okay, it's fighting a Droutha, which that's okay with me if it clears some of those out. Let's check and see if our squad's gotten down here yet. We have one, though they should be our more skilled ones. He's proficient axe dwarf. I just don't want them to come surprise me. I think we have all the holes in the floor covered up, so we shouldn't have to worry about that, but still would like to have them down here ready to kill him. If he was not in the water here, I would probably just send them after him to clear him out. I feel much better when they actually just either wander off and pick a corner to kind of sit in, or if they just come straight for me instead of them just wandering around like this. We had gotten lucky. I think there was like 2 or 3 actually forgotten beasts that we've had, even just from the fall of last year, that were all down on that second cavern layer, but there's no access to my fortress from there, so we didn't have to worry about them. Okay, so we have our whole squad down here now, but unfortunately he's just kind of wandering around in the water here. I don't want to risk sending them over here to attack him. Maybe he'll come up over here onto the land and we can get at him better without sending our dwarves down into the water. Which, this is 6 depth. I imagine that means they'd probably have to be swimming there. So yeah, we'll definitely wait and see. Hopefully he'll get up on the land. Looks like that's where he's headed. Yep. And back into the water, of course. We have everyone here. We just need him to get over there. Which maybe if we send them over here, maybe they'll, it'll draw him out. Let's see. They should be able to reach it by just going around through here, so shouldn't be too far for them to go. So let's go ahead and tell them to station up right here, and they should start moving over. Perfect. I'd also made a requisition for crossbows to kind of equip that other squad that I have, along with backpacks and water skins for some of my militia squads. I figure I should probably really focus on stockpiling a section of the cavern collapsed. Oh no. Okay, I think we're okay. Doesn't look like anyone was hurt. Okay, let's hop back down here. That should be fine. Let's make sure he's still over here, and he is. But now he's on that side, which is a little unfortunate. I don't know if they can reach there as easily, but maybe he'll come attack us. He's just not cooperating with me. And I don't think they can get around that way. I might just go ahead and put the kill order on him, and we'll see if they actually try and get down there or what they do. It's actually much easier to track him like that. I don't know if they can reach this section, actually. Doesn't look like it. I might have to pay more attention to this, but it looks like they're doing okay. They're not actually getting hurt doing that, so I won't worry about it too much. Okay. He's still just wandering around. Our squad does seem to have left. They're trying to figure out how to path to him, I think. But yeah, he's not cooperating very well. Unless he were to come all the way around here. Yeah, no reachable valid targets. So I might just go ahead and cancel that order and tell them just to station here again so they don't go back up to the barracks. Yeah, that's unfortunate that we couldn't reach him. Let's come back up here and have them do another... Okay, we're still waiting on that one. We'll let them get that done and then we'll designate some more rows. That's unfortunate that he doesn't want to cooperate and come fight us. He might not be too deadly. I'm never really sure how to tell like how dangerous these forgotten beasts are, apart from like some of them just having a lot of kills or other things like that. So let's go ahead and we can probably summon our broker up here. And once he gets there, we'll go ahead and trade with those elves. Let's see. He's still just wandering around. He's coming a little closer to us, but still not accessible. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else I've really built. I do want to build another warehouse for our crafting district. And actually, I'm gonna grab them and send them up here, because I think that's where he's gonna try and come in at. Because he's right here now. So I think he's making his way up to the door. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. I do want to build another warehouse just because I think our other one is a little bit too small. And I think we're going to need... Is he going to climb up? Okay, yep. I think we're going to need another one to have a little bit more room. Okay. Let's go ahead and... So, the Axe Lord hacks the forgotten beast in the shell with her steel battle axe, and the severed part sails off in an arc. They attack our Axe Lord but miss. They're then hacked in the body with the steel battle axe, breaking away the tissue. And that was it. Okay, so extremely easy fight there. And we have Tosid, the Fisher Dwarf, is okay, and one of our guys has named their battle axe. That's pretty cool. And then we have a Fisher Dwarf that's withdrawn from society, so we'll have to keep an eye on who are you fighting? Oh, you just You fell down or something. Interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on what workshop he takes. And we need some more tanned hides, so we'll have to look and see if there's any animals that we can go ahead and butcher. And looks like they've taken the stone workers workshop, so we should hopefully have all of the materials that they need to begin working on whatever project it is they're going to do. And it looks like some of our squads are swapping out. And they're getting some more work orders completed, so that's good. If we check our nobles, all of our nobles have all of the rooms and things that they have requested. It seems like some of our dwarves are actually getting pretty skilled in the crafts they're doing now. And we have a lot more notifications for them creating like masterwork quality items, so that's really nice. I wasn't crazy about the road being the same color as the floor, but I think with having it smoothed around it, I think it's gonna look fairly nice. So let's see what all the elves have brought for us. Looks like a ton of wood, which I may honestly end up buying some just to have it on hand. Not that we really use it for much, mostly just beds and wheelbarrows. I feel like we make some wooden wheelbarrows from time to time. Not really too interested in any of this. I haven't really done an above ground farm. I don't know if that's really something I'm interested in setting up, as the farms we have now are more than enough to keep us going. Yeah, so I might grab the splint and the crutches, and I might come up here and grab these boxes just to trade something with them. I don't want them to leave without trading anything. Might as well grab the barrels and the bucket. I'm gonna grab all the animals too, and definitely not that one, but I'll grab that instrument. And let's see, can we grab all this wood? We can. Let's take some off here. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. So let's go ahead and accept their trade, and then we'll let him go. I feel like I'm sometimes not getting as good of a deal as I could be, but I feel like for the time being, we just have so many goods to trade that I'm not really too concerned with getting the best deal possible. And also, I think the more profit they make, the more like the better stuff they bring in the future, because it builds that trade relationship with them. So let's go ahead and come down to our farm, and we can assign those animals over here. Should be all the ones in cages. Yep, we got our yak, our mule, and our horse. And I think that's everything. They've made some more beds for me. I think there might be a couple that still needed beds. Where was that? Oh, it's the next floor down. No, those actually look good. Oh, here's one. I tried to make sure I got all of them as I was going through, but I'm sure there's a couple that I've just missed here and there. But I think that looks like all of them, so I was gonna check I don't know if it's necessary, but I just kind of like the idea of having all of our or having enough beds for all of our dwarves in the squad. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for that one. 3, 7, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we'll put the other two here. Okay, perfect. And then how about up here? 3, 6, 10, 4, 8, 10. Okay. And they've begun their mysterious construction. I planned on putting one here, I think, but I guess I just haven't had the need for it. Okay. So let's go down and let's see where we want to put our other warehouse. Since we have one up here, I was thinking about maybe putting one in right here and just kind of filling this space. So go something like this. And just kind of fill up the space that we have available without digging into the wall of the cavern layer. And actually, I might even make this a little bit bigger and just come to here. And let's actually move this down a little bit and lengthen the road out. There we go. I probably could put in more workshops as well, because I think we have like 4 stoneworkers shops. And I guess just 2 craft store shops. I thought I had more than that. And 4 jewelers. The mechanic shop I feel like I don't really use all that often, but let's go ahead and just put in another order for, say, 25 mechanisms just to have them on hand, because that's kind of annoying when you go to build something and then you just don't have it. The Boyer shop, you can make crossbows from wood and bone, but I feel like they're not as good as the metal ones, so I've never really bothered with that too much. As far as everything else goes, I think we have all the other shops. So, I might just build a few more stoneworker shops and maybe another craftsdwarf shop. So let's maybe come down here where this is, and we'll do another road that leads off here. And then we could put our put another craftsdwarf shop in here. So that would have to be like so. Let's do it like that. Something like that. Okay, and then up here, at the very entrance to our fortress, I want to start getting this cleaned up a little bit. So I did put these reinforced walls in, and I'm going to put in iron doors here. And that'll kind of fortify that off a little bit. But I did want to keep this open, in case the trade wagons come up here, because if they come in from this direction, I don't want them to have to come all the way down to our other area here. And then I did put in a bridge, or I'm having a bridge put in, because I think the elves always come from down here. So, alright, so our fisher dwarf has created Stminik, a siltstone ring, and he has offered it to us, so that's awesome. Got another legendary item here. I think that's just our dwarves saying that, hey, we need more steel bars to make all of those, all the weapons and armor that you've asked of us, so not going to be too worried about that. You're just going out to build our bridge. These roads do seem like they take quite a long time to be built, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. They are quite long, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's see. So they've started digging out our new warehouse here, and I'm also gonna put in I'd like to put in another shop for our stone workers as well. So I might just put it here. And we'll do the same thing. Perfect. And then we'll let them finish that off. I was thinking that instead of just having these roads going through the fortress, eventually I might just kind of like dig out around all of our buildings. Well, not all of them, but some of them, just to kind of open up the area a little bit more. But for now, I'm okay with just having these kind of roads in and out of the fortress. So I'm glad they found more gemstones. I feel like that's one thing that we've kind of been lacking here in Hammerstroke. They've been working on them pretty good, but I have had them just start polishing stones just because we haven't had a whole lot of them. Now, granted, I do have them set up to do some more mining down here, but I have that just set so that it's the lowest priority, so just whenever they get a chance. And we've made it down to, what was it, like negative 40, I think was the lowest we got to. Yeah, and we haven't found the third cavern layer or anything else down here, so we're gonna keep digging deeper into that until we find the next layer and see if there's anything interesting down there. And then obviously we'll think about digging a little bit deeper and see what else we can find. I know you can find like veins of was it adamant, I think is what the material is, and those can be used for everything basically. And once we find that, then that would be amazing. That would really boost the value of our city. Also, not a huge decrease in the number of very upset dwarves, but I feel like it is coming down just a little bit over time, so I'm happy to see it going down and not up. As long as we can avoid another massive siege, I think we'll be okay. Let's check and see if we have any animals that we can go ahead and butcher. I've sad to say, but I've mostly been using dog leather. We could slaughter off our rabbits again. So let's go ahead and do that, as we have bunnies of the male and female variety. Not a whole lot of animals to really choose from right now, because we lost all of our cows to a forgotten beast. We do have... We could kill off some of our chickens, so let's maybe take out 2 roosters and 2 hens. And then that'll be enough for now, I think. Hopefully that'll give them enough to finish off all those leather jobs that I have assigned for them. I think it's right now just backpacks and quivers for our crossbowmen. Let's check our bars real quick. So we have 100 iron bars, 24 silver, 17 copper, and 2 steel. And we have a lot of soap, which is good. I might tell them to make some more copper bolts. And let's just tell them to make 100 of those, I guess. Now, I wonder if that's going to be like 100 sets of however many, or if it's just going to be exactly 100 bolts. I'm not sure how that works. And I do have them collecting cave spider silk as well, because we've been able to collect a good bit. And we do have a rather good weaver, I think it is. And they're able to make some high quality silk cloth out of that. So that's definitely good to have. Let's go ahead and start getting this set up to go. So we're gonna construct floor first, and we'll go like so. Just use dolomite, that's fine with me. And rock salt, sure. And they can't reach that one. I like to build the floor first, so that way they have a platform to stand on, and they don't just endlessly cancel all the jobs because they're trying to walk on the wall that's being built, which is a little bit frustrating sometimes, but yeah, that's okay. Let's come down here and make sure that our people are still milling our plants, which we need. Okay, so they must have finished all of the seeds and nuts, so we'll just go ahead and assign this to milling plants. And I should have this one making it into slurry, because I think we should have some pigtails. And then we can have them dye cloth. So yeah, it looks like we do have some wool and some silk. A little bit of pigtail cloth, a lot of pigtail sheets. So I think we should be able to bind books, because I did have them make some quires. So let's see if we can get them to bind some books. Our library is looking very nice. We'll have to go in and smooth it and finish off some of the details, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. I might take these 2 pillars out, just to kind of mimic what we have over here. Whoops, what we have over here. Just to kind of make it look a little bit more symmetrical, but I really do like the look of this. I put one storage on either side for paper and whatnot, and then they have their book here that has the pigtail quires in it for them to be able to write. And normally the library is fairly full of visitors, but of course the moment I go to show it off, it's empty. I don't know why I missed some of these spots. I think it might have been because they were still kind of mining it out as I was rearranging it. So yep, so we have someone coming down here to conduct a meeting. I found that's pretty good for keeping your people happy as well. They like to be able to go and vent to someone that's in charge and kind of like I think they can either like yell at them or cry on their shoulder, or a couple different interactions, but it helps them kind of relieve some stress. And we haven't had anyone else throw any more temper tantrums, thankfully. So we haven't had to lock anyone up. Now, if we come to our justice, we do have 2 convicts, and it looks like, yep. So they've Maful, the farmer, has finished his sentence, and Arab only has 5 more days left on his. So we can actually pop up here to the prison, and he's just hanging out over here. I had thought about putting a well in up here in our prison, but it seems like they've done a pretty good job of keeping them with food and water. So I'm not too worried about that. Though it is quite a hike, as it's like basically the highest point of our actual fortress. So, but yeah, that looks pretty nice. I kind of like the design for this. Having the iron reinforced walls. I'm glad it's a actual separate icon from just the regular wall, because I would definitely not remember which ones were reinforced and which ones were not. I'm hoping that by next year our squads, at least these guys, because I know these guys were our first ones. So yeah, Great Hammer Dwarf, Great Hammer Dwarf, Skilled Spear Dwarf, Legendary Fighter, High Master Axe Dwarf, Proficient Hammer Dwarf. So these guys are pretty high skill level. Let's see, how about you? Whoops. Proficient Axe Dwarf, Skilled Striker, Skilled Dodger. Yeah, so they do have some pretty good skills in combat. I almost wouldn't mind sending them out to maybe try and attack one of the smaller goblin settlements near us. Okay, that's just a Drathla fighting. I was kind of worried when I saw that pop up. And it looks like our miners are mining out a little bit. So we have an ambassador from the elves. We elves are partial in particular to the trees. Although we are loath to spare a single branch to your senseless slaughter, we are willing to ask that you cap your tree fells at 25 until next we meet. Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. We can part with at most 43 trees. I never understood why the first one was so much lower, and then they're like, well, actually, we'll kind of double it almost. But yeah, I'm satisfied with that, and then we won't have to make our neighbors angry with us. I don't really want to fight the elves unless I have to, with all those goblins near us. I'm just gonna go. Sometimes they don't always continue following the vein, but that's okay. I don't mind going in and checking every once in a while just to make sure they got everything. So now we can go ahead and put in some of our wall pieces here. Yep. I always just try and double check to make sure that none of them are gonna be kind of in a corner, because they'll build the 2 around the corner and then they'll never come back to build the one that's in the corner, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. It's easy enough to work around. Did I ever designate one to have Oh, I don't have any quarry bush seeds. I thought for sure I bought some, but maybe I did not. So I think our taverns are running pretty well now. I haven't really noticed anyone eating just the meat like they had been in the past, so hopefully that kind of sorted itself out. Though I have noticed that some of the dwarves still say that they have a lack of a good meal, which is a little bit frustrating, but I'm not quite sure what to do about that. So they're still working on smoothing that out. I was thinking about our taverns, and I have the floors smooth, but I was almost tempted to build floors underneath of them. You can't see a room value for the taverns, but I thought that might improve the value of the room over just being the smooth floor. I'm not sure if it does or not, but it also might just make it look a little bit nicer to actually have the like the brick floor. And what we could even do, I guess it won't let us build underneath of the furniture, probably, huh? Was that the problem? Yeah. I was thinking we could even, like, take a spot, like maybe over in this corner or something, or over in this corner, and, like, make it out of wood and have it to, like, look like it's the stage for the area for the tavern. So I thought that might be kind of neat. And definitely having the 3 different taverns has helped, because we don't have as much congestion in the area as we had. I don't know why there's a hole there. And we had to think of something to use for this. I thought, okay, alright. Wow, your ruler has arrived with a full entourage. Your thriving site is now the capital, and with continued fortune and toil, the legend of a true mountain home may yet be written. So, I'm not sure if we have a king or a queen, but I think it's king, I think. But our ruler has arrived and decided to settle in Hammerstroke. So that is very exciting news. So yep, they're gonna start flooding in. We'll get a big influx of migrants, and along with it, because we have our monarch here, Deller Ifendikit, he will have a new set of requests for us, I'm sure. And we should get a bunch of other dwarves that come along with him, and I think he brings soldiers too. So, don't know why you just dropped your sword there. Oh, picked it up. So that's amazing. The Silvery Guild, a Stoneworkers Guild, has been established, and an Engineers Guild, so that's nice. I'm sure we'll get requests for those to be built. Man, this is so exciting. We are one step closer to becoming a true mountain home. And I'm sure it will be interesting to see all of the requests that our king has in store for us. So we've gained a lot of people already. Waiting to see if there's gonna be any more. Okay, so nope, he's here. So we also have an outpost liaison, which will need a bedroom, a dining hall, a office, and some stuff. and then our king. So that's super exciting. Let's actually find him. Oh, actually, I think that's him right here. Yep. And, wow, he's only 27 years old. He needs a... Yeah, he's gonna need some, good stuff, I'm sure. Disdains hard work. Values introspection, high social awareness, good memory, private, leisurely, and disdains hard work. Wow, you gotta love it when the king, isn't willing to put in the work, but yeah, just makes the peasants do it all. So, first things first, let's go through and see who all we've gotten. So we have a Boyer, an engraver, that's always nice. Animal dissector, fish cleaner, a pump operator, which will probably make them into a siege engineer. We have a new diagnostician. That's always good to have. And that looks... Oh, we also have a peasant and the outpost liaison. And the king, of course. So... I think for my outpost liaison, I might actually put his office in right here. I think that might be nice to have him right here next to the trade post. So, let's go ahead and do that. I think I'm actually going to put the, put the door here and have it come out something like this. And then we have a petition for, the Stoneworkers Guild Hall, and I think I'm actually going to put that down here in the crafting area. So what I might do is come up, I might build it like right here. So let's just do something like this. Actually, let's leave a little bit of space in between. A little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do like this. And then let's kind of do like that bell or hammer shape look that we've done before. So something like this. Actually, not crazy about that, but that's okay. And then we'll have this road come up here, intersect, and then we'll just kind of make this a little plaza area. Hold on a second. Let's do it like this. Have the plaza here. Something like this. And then we can have the road come down through the center of it. There we go. That'll look much nicer. And then we'll have our door there. And then we also have an engineers guild. So actually, I think what I might do is just do the same thing over here, where we're gonna have something like that. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3 more like so. So we'll have our stone workers and our engineers guild there. Then we're gonna have to work on appeasing our king, because we don't want him to be upset after just arriving. So we'll go over here to our nobles' quarters. And I think what I'm going to do is extend this down, and I want to build like a big throne room over here, and then off from the side of it, then we'll put the king's chamber and like his bedroom, dining hall. And then also I was thinking about putting a like a treasury to grab all of those to grab all of the items that we have that we just don't have on display anywhere. I think it was actually 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then like so. Like so. And then this will be for our outpost liaison. And then we'll have to check our new arrivals and see if any of those have any good combat skills. So let's go ahead and make some rock weapon racks and rock armor stands, because I know we'll need those for our outpost liaison. And we're also for our king, I think I actually want to check and see what his preferences are, because I think our king would definitely like to have his room in things that he likes if we can. So he likes native platinum, steel, fire agate, clear glass, pigtail fabric, weapon racks, the words of the saturnity of incense, and the sound of the pregnant lutes. When possible, he prefers to consume blood amaranth beer, and he absolutely detests blood gnats. So definitely we can do the pigtail fabric, weapon racks, clear glass, I think we can probably do, and the pigtail, the steel. I'm not sure if we have native platinum. I don't know if that's something we can make. Bronze, brass. Oh, native platinum. We do have that. Okay. So that's something that we could look at making. Oh, we don't even have anything going on here, so let's go ahead and get the native platinum being smelted. Oh, we do have someone throwing a temper tantrum. Of course, as soon as the king arrives. So it doesn't look like he's done anything yet, but he's probably gonna get himself in trouble. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab a door here for our outpost liaison. And now, yep. Oh, we have someone here, Vukar, that wishes to join for eradicating monsters. So let's check and see who that is. Really? Okay, this guy, the Swords Dwarf. Let's check his skills. So he's a competent Swords Dwarf, novice, and everything else. I'm always a little hesitant about bringing in monster slayers, because I feel like they're just always unhappy and then they go and get themselves killed. But you know what? Sure, the more the merrier. Steel, iron, sheep, mule. Okay. Just wanted to see what he was wearing real quick. Values harmony, cheerless, disdains martial power. He disdains martial prowess, but yet he is a monster slayer swords dwarf. Interesting. He's tolerant, intemperate, and not altruistic. This visitor has come to relax and slay beasts. She heard this was a good place to search for monsters. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and approve her. Now, because we have the king here, I think that actually stops, oops. I think that actually stops our migrant waves from coming. I don't think we get any more migrants. We're also gonna want to go and get a royal tomb set up here. So let's do his over on this side, and these ones we did like that. So we might want to do our kings a little bit larger. And we'll make it. I don't like that. It looks like a top hat. We'll just do something like that. That's actually not all that much bigger. Let's do it like this. There we go. Perfect. So they'll get to work on that as well. Let's see, they're just about got that mined out. Just take them a little bit longer here. That is nice that we also got an influx of dwarves with him. We'll have to check our pens and make sure all of our animals is pastured, as I've seen a couple running around. Yeah, so we'll have to check our new dwarves for their combat skill as well. And as I was saying before I was interrupted, I want to get ready to go out and raid some of these goblin settlements. Oh, they finished that road. Nice. We can go ahead and get them doing another road over here. Oh, interrupted again. The Forgotten Beast, Bobe Nakar, has come. A great feathered tortoise twisted into humanoid form. It has a gaunt appearance. Its lavender feathers are long and sparse. Beware its deadly dust. Okay, well, that might put things on hold for a minute. Let's go ahead and have them designate the road here. And what did we... Dolomite, right? That's the one we used? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and have them start working on that as well. Yeah, I think that does look pretty nice. It actually does stand out pretty good once the ground around it is smoothed, which we'll have to focus on getting that done as well. But these ones are taking quite a bit longer. I'm surprised they actually finished this one first. Let's go ahead and come down here. Okay, so he's in the lower levels, so that's a creepy looking beast right there. Let's see if he has any kills though. So nope, doesn't look like he has any. And again, not really a threat, as there's no this was the point where we found the cavern, and there's no other point, so I don't think that's something we really have to worry about. So we'll be okay to continue our construction efforts here. But I think that's where we are going to leave it off for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We have a lot of work to do in the coming days of our fortress to get our king settled in and make sure everything is up to his standards. And then also get the outpost liaison set up and bolster our army and get ready to go out and hunt some goblins. So like always, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and are enjoying our uh, Dwarf Fortress series. Um, Thank you so much for watching. I am having such a good time. I think this is a excellent fortress. I think it's really coming along nicely. Obviously, there's some things I want to clean up and kind of get a little bit more established, but we finally have our king, and we are now the capital of our civilization, so things are looking up and up for uh, the settlement of Hammerstroke. So, a lot of things to do. I'll probably do a little bit of organizing before the next episode, and then I'll bring you guys back in as we get everything set up for the arrival of our king. So, like always, guys, I will see you in the next one.